everyone. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Friday. Today I'm coming at you with a really quick review on a bag that I just recently purchased, which is the Louis Vuitton Pallas shopper. So I'm going to give you some details and then we're going to go over the pros and cons. So let's get started. Before I forget, the measurements on this beautiful bag are 15.7 inches in length. It is 10.6 inches in height and 5.9 inches in depth. Obviously it comes in the monogram canvas. This bag features the noir calfskin leather at the top as well as on top of the shoulder straps. And it is available in 3 different colors, the noir that you see here, cherry, and aurora. It features the gold tone hardware and it has this beautiful chain detail. And the chain actually here on the little grommet says Louis Vuitton Paris, and it also has Louis Vuitton Paris embossed in between these 2 rivets. So it has very nice features. And then on the bottom it also features 4 feet, and it has the cross stitching here to be able to add a little bit more support to the bottom of the bag. It features pleats on the side as the Pallas tote does, as well as the artsy that you can see here. And that does it for the exterior. Now let's talk about the interior. On the inside you have black microfiber lining. You have 2 slip pockets on one side, 1 zipper compartment in the middle, and then on this side you do not have any pockets whatsoever. This bag also comes with a little key bell. Let me just show you. I didn't attach it to the front of the bag. It's supposed to actually look like this. It's supposed to go on there. And it's just another little D-ring, but they call it the key bell. Okay, so this bag currently retails for $24.90 here in the States. And it was recently released, and I did an unboxing of it, I believe on Sunday. So I will make sure and add the unboxing on the description box below. Okay, so now that we have the details out of the way, this bag has a few pros and it has a few cons for myself anyways. When I first purchased it, I had not seen it. I had only seen pictures of it, and now I know why I like to do my research. Okay, so let's get into the pros. The pros are, it is actually an extremely comfortable bag to wear on your shoulder. These 2 these 2 pieces of leather, I can't even talk, my goodness, are extremely comfortable, and because they're flat and they have a little bit of padding on the top part, they're not going to be digging into your shoulder as much as rolled handles would be, or sometimes even the Neverfull might be a little too heavy and it starts to dig. But this is actually extremely comfortable. I mean, the leather is just so comfy. So I mean, that is a major pro. Another pro that it has, and some of the pros, I'm not going to lie, are cons as well, and I will get into that. The feet along the bottom. Sometimes when we go for totes, they don't have feet, and I mean, when you're going to spend this much amount of money on a bag, you want to make sure that everything's covered. So if you set your bag on a surface, the fact that it has the feet really adds a little bit of peace of mind, somewhat. Okay, and another thing is, it is an extremely spacious bag. You're able to fit quite a bit in here. I think when I compared it to my Neverfull, I was going back and forth between the 2. I actually felt that you have a little bit more organization because you have different pockets, different compartments, and you're able to fit just as much in in this as you do in a Neverfull. So it does fit, like I said before, quite a bit. Okay, let me see what else. And all in all, a major pro is the fact that it is, to me anyways, extremely pleasing to look at. I really do like the contrast between the black calfskin leather and the monogram canvas, and then you add this beautiful chain detail to it. It's just, I think it's very chic. It's very classy, and the chain detail isn't very heavy, but it also doesn't feel hollow like it's cheaply made, obviously. So all in all, I mean, it is a very pretty bag. Okay, so even though it is pretty, it does tend to have its cons, and the cons are the feet. As I mentioned before, some of the pros are cons. Even though it does have the feet, these serve no purpose whatsoever, because when you put the bag down, the canvas is so overwhelming that it covers up the feet, so it doesn't benefit the bag. So if you do set this on a surface, your bag will end up hitting that surface as well. So it's really pretty much just there for, I mean, because it looks nice, but it doesn't really do anything. And I'm being honest, this is my opinion. Obviously, you know, you guys might disagree, and you might think that it's a benefit to it. However, it doesn't it doesn't really do it. Do it for me. Okay, another thing is the pleating on the side. As gorgeous as they are, you guys know that I prefer structured bags, and even when I have a little bit of a slouch, I'm okay with it. However, I feel that because of the bag on top, it's a little bit top heavy. I feel that over time, this might end up doing this here. And as you can see, I haven't used this out. I've only used this around the house because I didn't know if I was going to end up keeping it. And as you can see, it's already pretty much starting to sag to one side. So, I mean, it's not even a week old, and I can imagine how much worse it might get. And I don't want to keep it and, you know, be very disappointed, you know, moving forward. So that I don't like. So the pleats obviously are they're not going to stay as upright as I think they should. So like this side, as you can see, it's very nice. You don't see too much of the sagging yet. You still do, but on this one, it's a lot more noticeable. Okay, so another con that I feel this has, and quite frankly, I think it is the biggest con that it has, is the zipper compartment along the inside. When I noticed that when I started to put my items in here, that if I go like this, the pocket tends to move to one side. As you can see, it moved to the right side. And even when I stuffed it, it still did the same thing. It ended up pretty much going to one side. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to be reaching into my bag, or especially if I have a tote that doesn't have a zippered closure on the top part, which some people might think is a con as well, I'd like to be able to see my items at a glance. And the fact that I can only see one side of what I'm carrying doesn't really make me happy. So what I would have to do is I would have to push the pocket over in order to be able to see what I have here. So that could be, that to me is a con, because I wish this was a little bit more stationary. And I also have my Chanel GST over to the side, because when I first unboxed this, I felt that the Chanel GST and this one had very similar characteristics, and I will be kind of doing a little side-by-side comparison to just give you guys a little bit more detail on this particular bag. Okay, so it does have that. And another con that I did notice is, especially when it comes to bags that have dual shoulder straps, one thing that I have noticed, it's very difficult to find a dual handled bag that doesn't that one of the shoulder straps doesn't end up coming off. I know, depending upon how much you fit in your Neverfull, sometimes they will stay pretty much onto your shoulder. I don't have the biggest shoulders, and when I started to wear this on my shoulder, let me just show you guys, I actually had to end up putting one of these over the other, because as I moved around in my room, and I just kind of imagined if I was out and about, or maybe shopping or anything like that, somewhere where I really needed to be hands-free, I felt that this one started moving, and it ended up coming off of my shoulder quite a bit. So the last thing that I want to do is deal with a shoulder strap that keeps falling when I'm trying to focus on something else. So that's another con that I noticed. But it is a beautiful, beautiful bag, and I did break my rule as far as not purchasing any canvas over $2,000, and obviously since this retails for $24.90, I feel that as gorgeous as it is, the fact that it only has this much of the calf skin and this much of the calf skin, it doesn't really justify the cons that it has. So oh my goodness, it's going to kill me to say it, but as beautiful as it is, I'm not going to end up keeping this bag in my collection, because just because a bag is beautiful and just because it's something shiny new doesn't necessarily mean that it works out for everyone's lifestyle. And in this case, I usually like to do all my homework. I research bags. I mean, for such a long period of time, and this just goes to show I was just very impulsive. I saw it a few months prior and I fell in love with it, but again, just because it's beautiful does not mean that it's something that I would like in my lifestyle. And for the price tag that it has, I don't want it to just sit on my shelf being unused because I don't have the butterfly effect. The butterflies when it comes to a bag, because I like that feeling when you go get a new bag and you're so excited to use it that sometimes you don't even wait to transfer your items from your old bag to your new bag. You start doing it in the car, or you do it at the store, because you're just so excited. And I mean, as excited as I was when I unboxed it with you guys, And I mean, like I said, it is extremely pretty, but it just, when I got to really, you know, feel for it and interact with it, it wasn't something that I was about. And especially when you compare these two. Let me just show you guys really quick the comparison on these. Hopefully the camera is capturing both of them. They're pretty much around almost the same height, and they're extremely similar in size. And let me just show you the sides of both of them. And if I was to do that, and then the feet as well, with the only difference that the GST does not have feet on the bottom. Don't we all wish that? All right, but there it is. And then I just want to show you guys very quickly, when I do open up the GST, I like the fact that I'm able to see everything at a glance. Not only that, if I was to do this, that zipper compartment here isn't going anywhere. It stays exactly where it should, and I absolutely love that. So that was just a quick little comparison between the two. And at the time, I don't know if these are still available, but the GST retails for $2,900 here in the States, and this retails for $2,490 here in the States. But the big difference is that this is all leather. I would rather spend a little bit more money and go for this because it is all leather than something that is mostly all canvas. So that's just how I feel on those two. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff them really quick so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like. Where is my, I thought I had, oh, here it is. Okay. So you guys can see the little zippered, I noticed that the zipper sometimes has a little bit of a zigzag. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys what I'm talking about so I don't sound crazy. Okay, so here it is, completely stuffed. And again, here goes the zipper compartment to the side. And it just, I don't know, I wish it would stay. And I feel that this might end up sagging over time as well. Or it might become very loose because it is a microfiber lining. So that just worries me just a tad. But yeah, that is it. But it is very comfortable to wear. It's not heavy at all. Mainly because it is mostly canvas, and even with the microfiber lining, it's not a very heavy bag. So that is a major plus. But I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's starting to lean to one side, as I said before, and I just don't want it to do this over time. And yeah, so like I said, this is just my opinion. This is what I found out, how I felt about the bag, and hopefully I'll be able to help you guys out in deciding to whether purchase this bag or not. And that's why I wanted to be as thorough as I possibly could. My goodness, and give you guys the pros and the cons on this, because it is a lot of money, and I just want to, like I said before, just, again, be very thorough with it. So hopefully I was able to help you guys out. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Louis Vuitton Pallas shopper. And I will see you guys on Monday with another Mixed Monday Q&A. And as always, you guys, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.